Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on the G20 Summit. In this video, I'm going to talk about what the G20 is, how it came into existence, what its goals are, and how it has affected the world economy. I'll also talk about the impact of the G20 Summit on India, and whether or not it will be fruitful for the country. What is the G20? The G20 is an international forum for the world's major economies. It was established in 1999 as a way to promote international cooperation on economic and financial issues. The G20 includes 19 countries and the European Union. How did the G20 come into existence? The G20 was created in response to the financial crisis of 1997-1998. The crisis showed the need for a more coordinated approach to international economic policy. The G20 was seen as a way to bring together the world's major economies to discuss and address common economic challenges. What are the goals of the G20? The goals of the G20 are to promote international financial stability, foster sustainable economic growth, reduce poverty and inequality, address climate change, improve global governance. How have earlier decisions made by the G20 affected the world? The G20 has made a number of decisions that have had a significant impact on the world economy. For example, in 2009, the G20 agreed to a $1.1 trillion stimulus package to help the global economy recover from the financial crisis. The G20 has also played a role in addressing climate change and in promoting financial regulation. How is the G20 affecting the world economy? The G20 is the most important forum for international economic cooperation. Its decisions can have a significant impact on the global economy. For example, the G20's decision to impose sanctions on Russia in response to its invasion of Ukraine has had a negative impact on the global economy. What is the impact of the G20 Summit on India? India is a member of the G20, and the summit is being held in India this year. The summit is expected to focus on issues such as climate change, economic growth, and digital transformation. The summit is also expected to be an opportunity for India to showcase its economic progress and to strengthen its ties with other G20 countries. How much did the Indian government spend on the G20 summit? The Indian government has spent around $10 billion on the G20 summit. This includes the cost of security, transportation, and infrastructure. The summit is expected to generate around $30 billion in economic activity for India. Will the G20 summit be fruitful for India? The G20 summit is an opportunity for India to showcase its economic progress and to strengthen its ties with other G20 countries. The summit is also expected to generate around $30 billion in economic activity for India. However, it is too early to say whether or not the summit will be fruitful for India in the long term. In conclusion, the G20 is an important forum for international economic cooperation. Its decisions can have a significant impact on the global economy. The summit is also expected to be an opportunity for India to showcase its economic progress and to strengthen its ties with other G20 countries.